Peace and love, family. You already know who it is. It's your boy King Herubi Uzi and your boy Esposito. Y'all know what time it is. This is Get Righteous Podcast.
And I know all these niggas play games, but baby, I feel like we doing things. And I know you took some losses, but y'all yeah, let me take it to some place.
Hey, let's get it.
And I promise all these niggas play
Uh-huh.
games.
I know I just had that light. Sweet. Rain game. So we locked in. Locked in. Like this podcast, baby. It's good, family. Start going out there. It's go time. Let's lock in and lock out. Y'all know what it is. And don't be stressing about no women when you wifey. And I know they gonna be happy when I'm truly gone. Cause I know I'll make them mad with this Julian. That red one, it really had my soul in this. Say, girl, I had to reach it summer. Was good. Was happening, scrapping. You know it. Closing in, getting in. Send some more invites out. Send them invites out. Send them invites out. Get the clicking and ricking. Yeah, no promise on it. Strange names. See your name right there, cuz I'll be sending it to your name. I'll be sending it to your name.
On that IG?
Yeah. You gotta make another one, right?
Yeah.
Just make another one. You be everybody get each other streets, but it's different now. And then so they speak, but it's different now. It's fine. It's always on that time. Everything he was fine. He was fine. Hold on, let me bring my.
What's the word, man?
You knew it. You knew it.
Word. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's weekend? How's everybody's week?
On Sunday looking. They straight lane. Twin flames. But let me take you to some places that your heart ain't been. Win game. Same thing.
Everything on set up and shit. There we go.
What's good? What's good? Check.
Got this. Chargers and Saints game going on. Hey, beloved, how are you? How's the weekend? How's everything?
Yeah, I was just about to say I just said I might peep some when we done. Watch a little something. Peeps. Say hey.
We gonna see. The big slate was yesterday. There was like 9-10 games on yesterday.
I say like 1 minute of it. And don't be stressed about the when you wifey. And I know they gonna be happy when I'm truly gone.
Say what you want, but that boy that boy Deuce. I don't know.
What, Deuce Vaughn?
Yeah, buddy.
You already know. Yeah. We'll see when these things get started up. All that shit is nice until that stadium start rocking to pieces. When them lights get out. This is Dak last year. He go, I'll go. It's time for his ass to go.
There you go.
Crazy. You already ready?
All right. We ready?
Let's go. Yes,
sir. 8:07. We are at that mark. This is episode 84 of the Get Righteous Podcast. Welcome in. Per usual, thank y'all in the chat showing up every single week. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to the listenership, the viewership on all of our platforms. Shout out to Power 109 on the West Coast. Shout out to Stardom 101 Magazine down in Georgia. And of course, as we said, every major platform where you can find us. Thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate the love. The numbers don't lie. So we appreciate y'all, man. Y'all Y'all are showing up in major ways. Per usual, if you would like to advertise with the podcast, we run 15, 30, 45-second advertisements. So if you have a side hustle, a business, big or small, does not matter. You would gain instant exposure to all of our platforms and all of our reach, which we have crossed across 50,000 now, or across 50,000 listeners and viewers across all platforms. So it would definitely behoove you to DM us so we can talk pricing, and we will definitely look you out and take care of your business. Per usual, all of the links are in the bio. If you would like to support the podcast, you can donate to our Cash Apps. You can subscribe to Patreon. You can buy our merchandise, obviously.
Yes, definitely click
our latest release. Is the Loyalty Before Royalty. Link is in the bio.
About to grab me one.
You already know the vibes. For all your business needs, all the links are there. Zalu, brother.
Good, fam.
So, yeah. That's it, man. Let's get the proceedings proceeding this evening. All right? Hurricane Hillary. You know the song? It never rains in Southern California.
Yeah, okay.
Apparently, that is a fucking lie.
Yes, it's a lie.
Because they are on the brink of, California is on the brink of their first hurricane? How? What the fuck is going on? What buttons is being pushed? Now, of course, our resident brain on that one, I'm going to leave that one all to you, because I'm not even going to act like I know what you know when it comes to the weather.
Well, me and Z don't know, especially from the conversations and building and the studying on this.
Yes.
This comes to oceanic atmospheric studies. That's what this is called. This is what we're talking about. When you get to storms and anything in the ocean, anything about the ocean is called oceanic atmospheric studies. We have a shift in our belt. So not only have we had a shift in climate, with the climate change and global warming, El Nino this year. El Nino is, we see it, we feeling it. We feeling the steam on and off. Like, you know what I mean? But it's real cool for a while, and the next thing you know, out of nowhere, it just, you know what I mean? It snapped in. So what's happening is, and with them folks, the more our oceans get warm through the years, that's what's happening. Our ocean is warming up. It's warming up each year. Me and Zeta, we've been talking about this for years. The more it warm up, the crazier the hurricanes, the crazier the storms on land, the crazier the climate around the world, period. Because the ocean, our air, the atmosphere, the ionosphere, all that shit you learn in science and shit, all that is what runs our surface level weather. So how when you hear it's 80 degrees, 90 degrees, that's our surface level. When you hear a degrees on worldwide temperatures, that's Celsius. That's what we battling now. So when that rise, we heat and we burn up. It go down, we cool off very well. Right now, they trying to keep it balanced. And it's real tricky. But with the hurricane, like Zito said, what the hell is going on? What's going on is, y'all wouldn't know because we wasn't on YouTube and social media. We didn't have IG then when we were having these conversations. But as I said, when we was younger, I told them we were going to have a shift. We'll start feeling earthquakes and shit on the east, up where we at, more tornadoes. California will start getting weird weather, crazy weather. Mm-hmm. This is where I tell y'all to go. Day after tomorrow, movies like that. It explains and within a real brief moment of what's going on in a form to where you can, you know what I mean, y'all can just get it. And this is why I tell y'all, if you go into places, traveling places and visiting places, this is not the time to just get up and go. Oh, it's good here, it's nice here. I can go over there because it's nice there. You don't know what's going to happen in these places, so you got to keep track of what's going on worldwide. If this hurricane touch down, it's going to touch down. If it touch down as a hurricane,
all things is pointing to that.
yes, and it's definitely like Zito said. The build-up is pointing to that. The Mos power is done caught up. It's looking like it's already on a 1 or going to hit as a 1. Like he said, this is California. If y'all know anything about California weather, it's just good weather. And you get some motherfucking cracks in the road once in a while, you might rumble and tumble out, depending on where you at. If you higher up, you will get a little bit of mixture of mudslides and rain and shit. But most of the part of California, we know that shit is sunny and good. So if this hurricane, when this hurricane, and it will touch, it's going to be another catastrophic event in the United States. It's going to cost mad money. It's going to cost a lot of money. This is some shit they ain't never been through. They haven't went through. It's going to be real different. A lot of people, we about to see it just with what's going on with Maui and all around the world. A lot of people is about to be out of homes and living. If y'all keeping track of what we say throughout the week, when we keep building up on worldwide events and worldwide things, this is why we keep telling y'all, have a plan. Have a plan to get out the way. Get out the cities. Get out the life where it's real packed up, because when people start losing their shit, they're going to come for your shit. And this is when the chaos era is going to start happening, and when places is just going to start going up and shit going to be crazy. So you have to be ready. You have to get ready. California, we sending the most love, the most peace, and everything we can send from y'all. It's funny that this thing is called Hillary. It's coming to Cali. What's going on and what's happening? You know, it is other things too. You know what I mean? There's a little trickery buttons you can click out there to mess with certain things. Let's see how this play out. If it just blows out and go crazy, then it's a little bit more than the usual. If it just hit as a hurricane, then y'all just dealing with. Don't get confused with the mix of what's going on, what the left can do, and what Mother Earth is really doing. Because then you can be getting fucked up thinking like, oh, I can go here. That's them controlling. They ain't about to do nothing this time. And then Mother Nature come through and be like, yeah, I'm doing something this time. So right now, like Zito said, staying on point, staying on key, just learning, figuring out how things is going. But if you track back about 10 years into global warming studying, you'll soon come to this is the new era. This is the new day and era. You know what I mean? This is just the new age right here. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what the fuck going on. That's why you got all these phones and shit now. You better have these alerts, weather apps, shit like that. It's hurricane apps, tornado apps. If you're in an area where there's a lot of tornadoes, tornado apps, hurricanes, you can get the hurricane app. Earthquake, you can get the earthquake app. You can get all these things to keep you on board of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you want to do with this that's going on, because in the hurricane season don't end until November. So this is not the okay, the summer's ending, it's ending. That shit don't end until November. So we don't know what the fuck is about to come out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So man, just be ready. Be ready. Just be ready, man. Be ready.
Right.
Have a plan. We keep telling you, have a plan. We'll do some survival shit too. We got a lot of things to cover, a lot of things to do, but what that's good for us because we get to fill our book up. But yeah, have a plan, man. We're gonna have a freaking what you call that damn show I used to watch? People used to thought they was crazy. Doomsday Preppers.
Oh yeah.
I thought them people was crazy, and I'm one of the people that always tell people throughout the year, keep the cans goods, keep your water, keep all that shit stacked in the cut. Eat your regular lively food, but all the shit that you can hold for a long period of time, keep that shit in the cut and in the stack, because you don't know. That's like having emergency money. When people say you need money for a rainy day, you're gonna need emergency food. Stack that shit up for a rainy day when shit you can't get out and shit closed down and they say this, you know what I mean, pandemic coming or some dumb shit coming, and you just ready. You know what I mean? Be ready. Tissue was out of places. Motherfuckers gonna wipe their ass. Be ready. Stock up and be ready. What's next, see?
I'm gonna just say, personally, you know, when I hear things like this going on or whatever, it just reminds me of you just start paying attention how many times a certain area gets hit with certain shit. California has been hit or is about to be hit with the trifecta. It's always been something earthbound, earthquakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they just
Now
had.
here comes
They just.
now here comes the water in terms of hurricane and wind. You understand?
Yeah.
California also had the wildfires. So it's like there it is. That's the literal trifecta.
Yeah. And then,
So
if
something is up with California.
if
You know what I'm
hear, I mean, if y'all go watch the joint, I think you can watch it on YouTube for free. The day after tomorrow, there's a scene they gonna show when the dude is out there at the beach and shit, and the hurricane and shit is blowing all joint. He go like, "This is crazy out here. We out here at the beach in such and such in California, and it's wild and like it's getting crazy out there. Like, there's certain things we always tell y'all. There's messages in the movies, the books, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just gotta try to follow the tracks. And then now, if you haven't, we've been giving y'all crazy movies to go peep out and say y'all should be caught up on a whole bunch of things right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But inbox us, hit us up. If you're on the West Coast, you're in Cali, you're in places that's experience different weather right now. Now I'm talking to our users worldwide, knowing that we got people listening in Mexico, India, and stuff like that. Let us know. Inbox us. Find us on social media. Send us videos. What's going on, so we can post this stuff. When crazy stuff going and stuff like that, from now on, we'll do that at the end of episodes. So if y'all send us like videos or pictures or something that's going on where y'all at, and we don't get the, we don't get all news, especially in the U.S. So you just get the news that's based for you, based for us, like, you know what I'm saying. So y'all send us stuff, and we'll be able to do like a worldwide like current event type thing or something every week.
Indeed. Yeah, man. There really wasn't no, we weren't gonna not speak on that because we know that's something that everybody is worrying about.
I've seen it posted. I usually post one. I'll post one soon. Like Zito said, I've seen it, but in order for me to post, I got to go in a little bit into like my shit so I can really read what's going on.
Or
They're showing y'all. I can actually go into the radar and actually detail what that, what's going on, like Zito said, and really figure out how that thing gonna hit. And I'll do an update just as I do always. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So segueing out of that, the perfect storm per se. Let's talk about this other perfect storm. Now, before I do that, I'm gonna preface everybody listening, everybody watching. We shift, when we shift gears like this, it's because it's stuff that's literally sitting at the top of the totem pole, or something that's being discussed, or something that is just on the minds of a lot of people. You feel me? So one of them being, it's a term, safe spaces and all of that good stuff. The root of it, right, is the fact that there was an interview that was published. All right, and it was between Little Yachty, I forgot his podcast mate's name, and Sexy Red, I believe, right? And the name of their podcast is, little free promotion for them, is like Safe Space or The Safe Space or some shit like that, right? Now, here's the problem. During their episode that they were talking about, they asked, what's, one of the craziest things that happened to you, talking to, Sexy Red and shit. And she said that she was raped. And they laughed at her. I'm like, bro. Like, but it was one of those, they were taking, like, it was like, oh shit, we weren't expecting that. So their natural thing was to kind of laugh it off and then move off of it. You understand?
Yeah,
and I saw that, and I was like, all right, this is how we're going to do this shit. So now we're going to talk about actual safe spaces between men and women. Okay? And the thing about safe spaces, can they truly exist between men and women? I think that's one of the bigger, in terms of scope. Can they actually exist between men and women? Or is this strictly a woman-woman thing, a man-man thing? What do we think?
I don't know. What you think?
Cool. Now, I'm gonna truncate that a little bit, right? Should one vent to the other? Should one be able to vent to the other? Because the general consensus is that men should not vent to women, right? The reason why men should not vent to women, this is the understanding, the consensus, is that men being vulnerable like that and, being open like that, and it's not something that we do naturally, right? So should the men be venting to the women because the women don't care? But
what kind of venting?
Spin it. When women want to create the safe space, they look for that in us. You understand? So when I say vent, that can be different for everybody. You understand? So should men vent to women? Let's start there. Let that be the starting point.
You know what I think is, for me. Now you talking about like in your relationship, like your girlfriend, your girl.
Should men vent to women? Should
women, period.
Point blank, period.
I mean, I guess it depends. For me, it depends on how, what y'all how y'all bond is, what y'all bond like. You know what I'm saying? What's your bond like? What's your relationship like?
Right.
I'm because I know I'm this type of person. There's conversations that me and you had that nobody just never gonna know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's conversations me and Cream had that nobody gonna know. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably chill with Cuz. You know what I mean? And it's just shit that if she probably had to say or vent and shit, it's just shit motherfuckers not gonna know. You know what I mean? But that's how I was just taught that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? And kind of brought up that way. So if I really feel like I'm fucking with somebody, then I feel like I can vent to you. Because what I'm saying anyway, I'm gonna say it, period. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm saying it to you, I feel I should be able to say to you, and it's gonna go to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the way, that's how we rock. That's the way I see things. Mm-hmm. Now, the problem with that in this situation, like Zito was saying, it's hard to then not keep it real, not be 100. I'm not saying that means you being a liar or, you know what I mean, snaking. It's just hard to really try to get off, I guess, what's off on your chest, your mind, your feelings to anyone in these days without knowing if they truly rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? And this just get to the bond and loyalty part, because so many times do you say we all done said some shit to the motherfuckers, and then, you know what I mean, they get to the, you know what I mean, you hear it coming. And me, I know now. So I'm the type of motherfucker, like I said, if I say something, I'm going to say it anyway. So if I do say it to a certain person or certain people, I know I've only said it to these certain people or this certain person. So if you do circle around and somebody else say it, you know what I mean, we automatically know what's up.
Right.
You know? And that's what happens. You tell people shit, you vent, you want to talk to a motherfucker, they use it against you, they go talk about you, or they use it, they go get what you got, because, you know what I mean, they jealous of what you doing, you know what I'm saying? And that's just, that's how shit go in these days. If you really not right, I mean, if it ain't a motherfucker that I don't know you more than 10 or 15, then nah. Now, if you my lady, of course, you know what I mean. That's a different build, a different bondage, and as in this time, you know, being a little older, not younger, you know what I'm saying, in relationships, you know what I mean. Shit just 100 for me, you know what I mean. We keep shit 100. We say what's on our mind, not to put the person down or start shit or arguments, you know what I mean. We keep everything 1,100, so shit is good. Like, you feel me? Because if you can't vent to a person or talk to somebody when your ass is down and fucked up, how the fuck you gonna get out of that? Like, you know what I'm saying? You'll be fucked. Like, you know what I mean? It's just how people get to the depression stage, go do some shit, overdosing, you know what I mean? Feel like ain't nobody here. They just get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? In a bad way, you know what I mean? They take themselves out. You know what I'm saying? Because you so closed in, because you can't talk to motherfuckers because your shit, you know what I mean? They laughing, they, like I said, are they telling your shit? Are they using it against you? So,
yeah, I mean, for me, it's more or less about if I'm going to be that vulnerable with you, you know what I'm saying? As in being, you know, man to woman, then I expect, you know, obviously I expect the latter. You be able to do that with me. It's supposed to be an even exchange or whatever the case may be. But unfortunately, us as men, we have to worry about putting ourselves in that position and then everything being turned and used against us at a later time.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all get into an argument, you start throwing stuff in people's faces and everything like that.
You already know.
And shit just goes left. And, you know, that's not what a safe space is. A safe space is literally those two words. It's like, yo, you're good here. You can drop this here, and I won't use this against you. I won't look at you no type of way. I won't judge you. Like, you're okay here. It's okay to let that part of the wall down when you're talking to me. You understand? And that's something that us as men, we don't have a lot. Like we really don't. Like, we really don't have that outlet like that. You understand? I mean, of course, if we're married and all of these things, yeah, 100%. But like you said, if that's y'all's relationship, because I know people who are married who don't have that. You're like, well, I got to go to my best friend. I got to go talk it up. I got to go, chop it up with Bestie. I got to go chop it up with XYZ. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay.
That's right. That's
right. You know what I'm saying? So can men be vulnerable without having to worry about that show of emotions being used against them and vice versa? It depends on that situation, that relationship. You understand? And here's the shit. If you're in that relationship and this is a conversation that you haven't had yet, you need to have it. Because you need to know where you can go and where you can't go.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be able, like, all right, because there's just some shit that be crossing our mind that just may be too heavy. And this goes both ways, 100%. This could be the women too. You feel me? So, you know, those spaces need to exist within each other in order for y'all to have the most fruitful type of shit. You feel me? And that's my take on that. If you're arguing, yelling, and throwing, cussing at each other, leave. Because people who care don't do that bullshit. That's facts, man. Yeah, man. That's all I got for that. You got anything else to add for that?
No, that's it.
Word. All right. Well, we got a few questions to get to. Once again, week in, week out, listenership, viewership, everybody, all platforms. You can drop comments on your favorite platform. On some of the platforms, you can leave actual questions instead of comments. We go in, we pull them, and then we come right back here the following week and we talk live about it. You understand? So there's no prepping for it. There's no nothing. It's just raw from the hip. All right. So our first question coming in is, if your significant gave you a hall pass, would you use it?
Yeah, what the fuck is that? trick question, nigga. You trying to get people. Yeah, nigga.
All right. I mean, are we good? All right. Look, shall we be objective here? Right?
No, I'm saying no. I'm just talking on. I'm talking on real. Now you already. I'm objective. What, nigga? What whole pass coming from? Who and what and where?
Right.
To do what, nigga? Get your fucking ass
lit, boy. What?
Nah,
Listen, that's just asking for trouble. You feel? That's just a level of bullshit that you're just opening yourself up to. If your significant comes to you and gives you a fucking hall pass, you need to flip the script and turn to them and say, "Why did you give me that?"
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that. Now, why the fuck do I get a hall pass? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, I get a hall pass for what? That's why I would be like, nah, you using the shit. What the fuck do I? You know what I'm saying? What do I get this for? You know what I mean? Because like you said, you about to open up yourself to a whole bunch of bullshit. See, like you said, the stupid motherfucker gonna be quick to say, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I grab you. Nah, motherfucker.
Right.
Giving me one for it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, chief.
Now, this is because, you know, we talking to the people in the crowd. Learn shit and teach you something.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck the hall pass. Fuck the sneaking. Fuck all the crazy shit. If you want to do something, if you want to experiment, and you want shit to go crazy, you sit down and y'all talk about if that's what can happen. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different relationships out here. I'm not saying males is just one way and females are one way. You would be surprised
Word
what
be.
love would do to make sure that things stay, you know what I mean, afloat. Mm-hmm. Not saying that they gonna be down for that, you know what I'm saying, type shit. But
yeah,
you don't know, you know what I mean, what you can do before you try to do some crazy shit, hall passes some wild shit. Man, just figure out first if you can get crazy at home first.
Again,
and then
y'all come with the bullshit. Here y'all come with the bullshit.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, hall pass. Yeah, okay, watch. Yeah. Well, I don't know who just seen that movie, but yeah, go ahead.
B said, if you want to bring a woman into the bedroom as a third, all she had to do was mention it direct. No need for no hall pass, beat around the bush bullshit. Facts. Hall pass equals red flags. 100%.
Yeah.
I agree completely.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. All right. We appreciate that question. Y'all out here bugging, though. Yeah. I understand. End of summer, you know, folks trying to get right. It's about to be cuddle season and all, or cuffing season and all that. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Y'all out here bugging. Another question coming in, man. What are you guys' love languages?
Huh? What was it?
What are you guys' love languages? Me personally, my love language is words of affirmation and acts of service. That's just how I get down. I build my significant up. I get them to step into being the best version of them. Acts of service, that's just what I do. You know, it's help.
That's the formula we put together. I'm about to say I'm not answering because we want to be the same thing. This the formulas we put together. We never mind. We won't put a book out one time for y'all to get y'all minds right. But yeah, that's it. That's definitely it. We're gonna get you right. You're going to get right. You're going to get higher. You're going to build higher. Because if you're staying stagnant, it's not going. I say it all the time. Right. I say it all the time. There's no way, and I'm elevating constantly. So to be with a
word.
Yeah, facts. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Zero, the type of person. B, that type of person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he hit me all the time. Like, yo, old girl trying to talk to me, but she just, you know what I mean? if they level of mind, their level of elevation, if they not constantly indulging in a positive vibe, positive waves, learning and ready to expand, you know what I'm saying, universally, it's going to be hard. You know what I'm saying? That's why on both sides, it's hard for males to find them the right one, and it's hard for these females to find them the right one. Because your mind, thinking, your ways of life can't connect with people that's on a higher spiritual awakening. That's the difference right now in this time. You either down, you either on this, let me not say down, you either on this side or that side. Ain't nobody down or up. You either on this side or that side. Just like the blue pill, red pill. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be on something or you just off something. You know what I mean? You just off some regular shit. It's some regular shit, you're gonna get regular folks.
Some regular shit.
Exactly. You try to get with somebody that's on some higher shit, ready to be on some higher shit, it's gonna be hard for you to be with the person, not because they can't love you, not none of that. It's because the difference in, you know what I'm saying, this being is rising and getting brighter, and this one is just staying stagnant and ignorant. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Right. So, you know what I mean? You gotta be ready. You know what I mean?
You gotta get it right, buddy. If you know, you know. Yeah, man. I like that though. I like the fact that y'all are actually like coming with some real shit, because this is something that people are paying attention to more and more. You know, love languages, compatibility, like, you know, folks are getting more vested in their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's it too, B. That's right, 100.
People realize instead of giving your partner love language.
And see, but this is the thing too. And this is the thing too. Now, this is where we get to where that other question was. Now, I'm not just saying about the hall pass and shit, but I'm talking about, you know, different experiences and stuff like that from what B just said in the comments. You know what I mean? If this person is cool with just regular wave and just regular shit, that's all right. But you don't know where that person is coming from and coming out of, and they might be, you know what I mean, their needs and wants might be a little higher than what you expect. So in that case, one of y'all, male or female, has to rise to that occasion, because there's going to be a crack and there's going to be a slip. Not because it can't work, not because the person can't love you, but once again, y'all got to understand, you know what I'm saying? If the person if you haven't been with them, you know what I mean? You know, we not kids no more, you know what I'm saying? So when you getting to know somebody, and like we said this in the beginning, every time we talk about the relationship, that beginning stage, that talking stage, what you into, what you not into, things like that is important, because you have to let that time go by to let them know. You don't want to get into 2 years to 3 years, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden you decide, nah, this ain't for me, I can't, you know what I mean? Do that. You don't want to waste time.
That's the shit too, though. Like, if we're going to keep it a bean about this shit, like, if you understand what your mate's love language is, if you know what it is, you know, inside and out, right? And, you know, like B said, you know, you got to give them what they like also. That's a fact. True, 100%. You know, and if you aren't getting that, that's not means for you to cut bait and be like, all right, I'm not getting what I want and it's time to go. No. Yeah. Like, you got to be patient, and you got to, you know, and y'all figure that thing out.
Yeah, that's why.
Because it's all about the comfortability. Like, folks do what they're comfortable, you know, what they are comfortable doing.
Exactly.
And so, and if you don't have that initiative, then you know, you get into that. If you just now discovering what love languages are and all of that stuff, you got to be patient in the process. You know, ride that thing out.
Yeah, that's right.
Because when it clicks and you figure all that shit out.
Yeah, about 2 episodes ago. Yep, gotta be built, gotta be willing. But let it build in.
Too many folks checking out on relationships. Yeah. Especially long-standing relationships. Yeah, I'm just not with it. But that was a good question. Our next question coming in. I am Taino. Is it true that our heritage is tied to Black people?
What? What they say?
says, I am Taino. Is it true that our heritage is tied to black people? All right.
Hold on.
How about this?
Let me get my joint.
How about this? You stupid as hell. Fuck all that love shit. I hear you though. Trust. I hear you.
Word. I hear you, cuz yo.
All right. How about this?
All right.
You say you're Taino. Okay, cool. To give you a direct answer, yes. Now, there's context and complexities to it, right? Right. So, Tainos, whichever way you want to bust it down, whether you want to go south of the border, whether you say Mexico, South America, Brazil, whatever the case may be, Aztec, Mayan, whatever the case may be, all indigenous. Cool? Cool. Once you are of the mind that the indigenous to the lands look like this right here,
Right.
that's all you need to know.
Right.
This ain't no spray tan. You understand?
Right.
It's different.
Right.
You feel me? But specifically, you talk about being Taino. So, Puerto Ricans, motherfucking, you name it. Because that shit runs deep. Runs super deep. Dominicans, Cubans, that Taino shit runs deep. And Spanish folk. Yes. Y'all are us, we are you. That's the best way I can give it to you. Black people, though, you got to remember that the term black people is a construct of white supremacy. Just to be clear. So when you're speaking about being Taino, you're speaking to the indigenous roots of all of us. Fair game?
Fair. Yeah. I'm about to
Spray
say.
tans are crazy. Or
V, you already know spray tans is crazy. Yeah, exactly what Zito said. I'm not even gonna go into I'm not even gonna go crazy. But I'm just going exactly what Zito said. Just remember, especially when dealing with us, watching our videos and stuff, we're definitely gonna talk more in the terms of what is really real and not in the terms of what we learn. So like just how you had to ask that, if you know you're a 9 ether being, you know you can walk the sun. You know what I mean? That's your energy source, your battery source. You know deep down in your tribe, that's where your people at. You are a 9 ether being. That means, yes, you're what they call black,
word.
Negro,
Palante.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, all the different joints. Now, there's only, when it comes to human and humankind, there's 4 beings. There's 9, 8, 7, and 6. 6, I'm just going to read 1. This 6 is white, cannot produce melanin. They have blue eyes, blonde or red hair, white skin, often have freckles, Celtic backgrounds, Irish, Scottish, Walsh, Celtic, Scottish, Irish, Walsh, and they age starting around 30, between 30 and 40 years old. So now, if I say 6 ether being, you know who I'm talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? People that cannot glaze the sun, cannot walk the sun, cannot stand outside and be out there as long as we can. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like Zito said. So when it comes to different things, you'll know who you are, you know what I'm saying, by that. Now, yes, there is a difference, like Zito said, there's a difference between the tribes because there's a difference between the 9 ether tribes in our South Americas, between the Spaniards in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Now, y'all in South America, where your deep roots is at and it's dark, and your people are black inside, in the middle, not on the outside where it's white and light skinned at.
Yep.
That's where you know your bloodline come from the O, come from the Eve gene, and then it break down to them splitting and splicing by coming through and conquering and, you know what I mean, giving y'all the Spanish language and all that, as we know, and blah, blah, blah. So, like he said, like Zito was saying, Brazil, deep Mexico, the places like that, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I mean, you can find your roots, Colombia, stuff like that, all over, all over. But as Zito said, man, you just go find the tribal people. Whenever you go visit someplace, just ask them, say, where the tribal people at? Where the real people at? And get amongst them, then you'll know.
They'll tell you flat out. That's the crazy part. If you ever really talk to people indigenous of the land that have history there, that's been there for generations, they'll tell you straight up and down. You go to Puerto Rico, they'll tell you. You go to fucking DR, whatever the case may be, they'll tell you straight up and down. You go look in their temples and shit like that that's there on the land. You'll see it looks a lot like what's in Kemet.
Like Zito said, like he just said, the Puerto Ricans and that's eight ether. At the bottom is us, is 9. It's 9, 8, 7, and 6. I got all of them right here.
Right.
It's say with the Puerto Ricans, that's our 8 ether and family, and then it get down to us to 9 the Egypt.
Yep.
You know.
So, it is what it is. I know it's a hot thing. I know there's a lot of hate within, especially the Hispanic community, between Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Cubans.
I just got like 40 slides. I got that book that was $1,000. We about to drop like 3 lectures on.
Word.
I'll give it to y'all.
It's really no argument though.
No,
that's my shit. Like, is it like you can't even debate the shit.
Right.
Honestly.
Right. You can't.
Like facts are the fucking facts at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts I got for y'all and I'm giving y'all this is from scientists, this is from universities. Like, I'm not just saying this. This is coming from people that had to study this and they had to do their reports. They had to write their reports. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you gotta look it up and get it. So, you know what I mean? Like you said, it's not a bad thing. You want to know this because they got everybody fooled with this. I'm Colombian. I'm American. I'm this, and then you go off of this and you go off of that, and this is how your shit be should. And they everything is effed up, man. The shit is effed up. Right. So we have to teach y'all when we break down how to be you and charge into the real you. You understand what we're saying. When we tell you how to wake up consciously, when we tell you how to eat the right way, when we tell you this is what you do for your body type, we're gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying it to downgrade or downplay nobody. We're saying this because shit, we're gonna give y'all the information after this so that you can upgrade yourself. You know what I mean? But that's 100 though.
Absolutely. Definitely appreciate that question right there. You already know the shit, Desi. Palante, viva la raza. They put a placasa on you, homes. You already know this. Oh man. Our next question coming in. 50 years of hip hop. Who are your go-to artists in your playlist? That's shit. My go-to right now is pretty ill. Benny the Butcher, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Hove, and Rhapsody. That's like my top 5 right now.
Man, I don't even know.
That's easy.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, I ain't even. It's just, I just listen to regular shit.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't rock with too much of the new shit.
I don't rock with that.
You know what I'm saying? Not that it doesn't have a place in the culture and shit like that, but I prefer quality music. That's just it. And a lot of what is being put out today, as you're seeing, and all these labels got to deal with. Oh, the labels aren't signing hip hop acts like they used to. The numbers are this. The numbers are bad. They're bad because the music is trash.
Right.
They didn't have these problems before when motherfuckers was selling 1.1 million in a short week. You understand?
Right.
So the facts are the facts. But yeah, man, 50 years of hip hop. Shout out to the culture that we love so much. For real. Next question coming in. Why do you think y'all's podcast is doing so well, and why do you think we support it the way we do? That is a ballsy question. Very ballsy question. I respect that. Why do you think y'all's podcast is going so well? I will say, I believe our connection to the people is one of the reasons why we perform well. We involve our listenership, our viewership. You know, we ask y'all questions. We talk about things that y'all like to talk about. You know, we go back and forth, especially here on Sundays. You understand? Where we differ from a lot of these other podcasts is the live aspect, right? It's not about pre-recording some shit and then just slapping it up on the platforms and all this other shit. Like, nah. Like, we've really grown this thing together. Y'all are just as much responsible as we are.
Right.
You feel me? You can rattle them shits off in 2 seconds, B. I got that. We appreciate it. You want to add anything to that, bro?
I mean, shit, just exactly what you just said. On top of that, it's what we plan. It's what we said. It's the blueprint of everything we do on this podcast. There's diversity. Anyone in any significant thing is a go. And we got you. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing about this is you come to us and we got you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not about us. It's not about what we want to say. Like, you know what I mean? We drop the real shit, and then
Right.
y'all want more of, you know what I mean? We give it to y'all. That's just it. That's the blueprint.
Word.
So, I mean, that's why we do this, because
Word. I agree completely.
Trying to deal with me personally on my personal jobs, if you're not really just conversing and rebuilding, it's, you know, I'm different outside of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Universally a peaceful person, but I ain't friendly at all. I don't like motherfuckers. So outside of my own social media, that we don't mix to the type of shit I'm on is, you know what I mean? I'm not really a person that, you know, that's like that or talking shit. But this right here, this is why we came together, because so many conversations and so many things we were doing before we started this was just boiling up, and we was having to just smash motherfuckers with facts and facts and facts and facts and facts. And I'm like, I'm tired of fucking posting and having to keep talking to these motherfuckers. We'll just have our 50-50 podcast, and if you want to come build, we'll build. What we converse about is what we converse about, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. 100%. We got one more question, and then we got B here in the comments. B asks, what's this September 1st strike across the U.S. gaining motion? You funny, B. Second, why is aid money for Maui attached to a bill to fund more aid money to Ukraine? House rules. Money in, money out. That's how the game goes. That's how it's always been. That's what this country is built on. You understand? We scratch your back, you scratch ours. You take this, we'll take that. We'll clean this, so this is good to go.
Yeah.
Simple math.
Yeah, that's 100.
In terms of the September 1st strike, all right. How about this? From what I've seen about it, all right. I honestly can't really tell you the basis behind it. It is messed up. Yeah, 100%. But that's because the dollar don't mean shit. So that's why it gets introduced as a bill, so that the money becomes untraceable. Money in, money out. It's how casinos run.
Right.
That's it. Literally the same process. But the September 1st shit, it's more of a wait and see shit, because I put it to you like this: they talking the September 1st shit the same way that they're talking about the next COVID strain that's about to hit. And then, you know, we'll have masks back in October, and terms of flights and shit like that, and we'll have full lockdown by December.
Right.
That's what they talk about. I don't know. He says that's what I'm wondering, whether they plan to achieve with the strike. That's just it. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's not hooking up. You feel me?
Oh yeah, trying to fake some shit. So,
but we're gonna come back to that because it's gonna be developing. You know, as we get closer to September 1st, obviously. So we'll definitely come back to that. Interesting turn of events, 100%. Our last question. I see y'all posting a lot of pro-Trump stuff. Whoa, hold up. I see y'all posting a lot of pro-Trump, anti-left content. What exactly is your political affiliation, and why are you pro-Trump? Well,
if you watch our podcast,
that ain't directed towards me.
Yeah, word. If you watch our podcast,
directed towards me.
Watch our podcast, you know, we don't care about really no political, no Republican, no Democrat, no Democrat, no nothing. But is there a wicked left? Is there a deep state? Yes. Does Trump know about the left and know about the deep state? Yes. Only thing is, instead of listening to people when they have these, what would you call them? You know, have they little rants and they go off and you know what I mean, and they have their little joints and you go turn off your TV and you know what I'm saying, and they let the president talk. All of them, they gave all of them leaders. Obama, this is how when you now, if you go back now, then you go back and listen to when Obama was talking about the pandemic and shit happening years ago before it came back. You wasn't listening to it before because why? It was the president. The only thing you was listening for is what is he doing for me? He ain't doing nothing for me. I don't care. Oh, these people over here is racist. You know what I'm saying? That's what they put in your eyes. That's what y'all focus on. Y'all focus on the matrix instead of what's happening behind the wheel. Now, like now, as y'all saying, y'all might wonder, are we saying shit? Do we want Trump to be running shit in there? At this point, for us, we don't care who the hell running it because ain't nobody doing nothing different than the other. Like I said, it's only one thing that we do know, and me and Zito know. Is there a left? Is there a deep state? Yes. Is that who we got to get to? Yes. Is that who's running things? Yes. So y'all want to know who's behind the wheels. Y'all want to know who's pulling the strings. Y'all want to know who's pulling the buttons. B just asked, why are we helping them instead of us? That's why. He just asked. I let Zito answer so he can give y'all the answer so y'all can follow and get the trace and track to. But since y'all really want to know the real answer, why is President Biden not helping Maui? Because he's part of the left, and they're going to help the left part of the country where they people at, and they're going to keep it moving. Like you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. They just help somebody else out. Who they send money to before them? Every time they send money to is millions and billions of our bread, and then when something happened to us, we about to see it again. That just happened in Maui. Zito said the hurricane is about to hit California. When it hit California, we gonna see what type of aid they get. Like Zito just said, why is everything happening there now? The fires, this, that, and the third. Y'all about to see it again. See if they come over, see if they come help, see if they come do what they supposed to do, and all that, and we'll find out. Like you know what I'm saying? The only thing I do give it about certain presidents are for our soil. I'm not saying they for everybody on the soil, but they for what's good for us. You know what I'm saying? And then certain presidents, yeah, they give it up. They do, you know, they SO, sell out. And y'all just got to be able to follow these. Y'all got to be able to follow these lines, man, and follow these traces. There's a lot of pages. There's a lot of videos. If y'all follow what's going on, y'all can easily start to catch on to who's who. Y'all can catch on to this game. It's a game. Me and Zito, we posted all day and laugh. We posted all day, and we just laugh because It's for y'all playing the game. For us, we on the outside just looking in. We know what's going on. We know what's about to happen. Come on,
Okay.
man. One man, 40,
Okay.
40 indictments. Other dude's
Okay.
son is wilding. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? They not doing nothing to nobody. Ain't nothing happening to nobody. They playing the game with us, man. It ain't nothing happening to neither one of them. Like Zito said, so to hell with both of them. You know what I'm saying? Some of them point out some real shit, and some of them just full of shit. And most of the time, all of them is full of shit. You know what I mean? That's just the way it go. You got to pick and choose. Just like when you reading and you following something, you got to pick and choose and match up what's good, what's right, who talking some real shit and who talking some bullshit. And 90% of the time, shit, we know they talking some bullshit. But when they do slide some real shit in there, you better listen, because once in a while, they will slide some shit in there and give up some information for you. And then you won't have to wonder why we not getting the aid and the shit that we supposed to get and shit not right.
Okay. Right. See, I really wasn't gonna engage with this question, but I'm gonna give you what you want. Okay? I know what you want. I'm gonna give you what you want. There it is, right? Because specifically, we can put a whole bunch of we can say a whole bunch of shit of what it is, what it ain't. We can say, oh, you don't know this, we know that.
Word.
All right. Cool, great. Fuck all that.
Oh, word.
Okay? Let's just talk about the facts. You say,
They said the left and deep
I
state, right?
see y'all post a lot of pro-Trump and anti-left content. Okay? Now, here's this, right? I'm not pro-shit, okay? My political affiliation, I don't have one.
Facts.
I abandoned the two-party system a long fucking time ago because I know neither one of them mean us any type of good.
After old
They're
Slama,
not for the people.
they're
me? They're not for us.
You heard me. After old Slama had us in line.
So here's my shit. Okay? Since you see that this is what's being posted, right? So that means that you are a follower. Okay? So as a follower, I am going to be respectful.
Like you and me.
And at the same time, it's time for you to get your chin checked.
That's right, B.
So, anti-left, in order to be anti-left, that means you have to be pro-right. Neither one of us are pro-right.
Facts.
Neither one of us are pro-left.
Facts.
So, is perception reality? No. It's not. Because neither one of us are tied to a specific political party. We rock with the people. We are for the people. The little tidbits that we post, if we post anything at all, is for y'all's enjoyment, y'all's engagement, and everything like that. Go under them. Go read the comments and all of them posts. If they're turned on.
Facts.
How about when you can, to the ones that are turned on. And you'll see.
Click the TikTok pages. Click the, you know what I'm saying?
You'll see the truth right there for you.
Okay. Thanks.
Next part. What exactly is your political affiliation? As I just said, neither one of us. You can't go to where we reside and go to the town and pull our voter card and say, we are this, we are that, because we are not.
Thanks.
We are for the people.
Exactly.
You understand? I walk the shit that I kick.
Word. Exactly. Exactly.
So your last question, and why are you pro-Trump? Fuck Trump. I'll say it for you.
We just said we don't
Who said that we was for Trump? I'm not for him in any capacity. Oh, but wait a minute. Wait. For those listening, for those that like to act as if they are for Trump, why are you for Trump? Because he gave you $2,000? Let's be clear. That wasn't his plan. Whose playbook was he running when he did that? That was Obama's playbook. But y'all don't got the same fucking energy for Obama now, do you?
Facts.
Of course not.
Facts.
Of course you don't.
Facts.
Why? Because that was a good time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yo.
But when it came time for the pandemic and all of this shit, and this was on Trump's watch and all of these things, whose playbook did he not run with? Obama's. He had the playbook beforehand. He gave it to Trump. Told him it was coming. Why would I personally support somebody who does not fuck with my people? And when I say my people, I mean all of us. He fucks with the rich and wealthy. Yeah. So if you ain't that, thanks, he don't fuck with you. See, so why would you fuck with him?
Yeah, exactly. That's man too. The motherfuckers in power fuck with the motherfuckers in power. That's what y'all not understanding. Y'all not understanding that. The motherfuckers in power fuck with the motherfuckers in power. But if a motherfucker slip up and give you some real information, you better catch that shit and use that shit. But as far as any of that shit, like you said, when I first started it off, that's where y'all get it fucked up, thinking that we really go sit in line and we put up Republican flags, or we riding down the street and we got the Democrat flags up. Man, we for the people period.
100.
People all around. You know what I'm saying? Because until we realize that it's us, the people, that has to have the rise, you're going to continually get fucked by all parties. You know what I'm saying? We don't want this section to get a little too crazy because we're about to end it. But at the same time, go look up news sites. If you want it, inbox me and hit me up. I'll give you real news sites, there's news around the world. Y'all, if they show y'all what's going on there, they shutting shit down. They shutting shit down. They overthrowing shit. Them people tired. They keep that.
Y'all gotta get off of this weak shit.
The outside is still looking in, saying, when is the people here going to get together and come together? So as Zito said, we are for the people. We are for the people coming together, for the people waking up, and for the people saying what's going on. So what little bit we do post on that end, that's just for y'all to get the crumbs and get the trace on what's going on. Because we passed that. We on a level of moving forward to get ready what's happening now and what's to happen. Y'all worried about who voting for this and who voting for that.
Man, y'all motherfuckers make me sick.
Yeah,
I'm going to just put it to you like that. Yeah. All of y'all motherfuckers who like to pump this false information, this, Michelle Obama's a man, and all of this other shit, and y'all niggas don't know shit about shit. You want to literally pump all of this, Obama's this, Obama's that, Trump's this, and glorify a motherfucker who is literally dedicated to tearing the country apart and putting division in every single community, especially the black and brown community. And y'all really want to big this man up? Oh, while Trump was in office, he had the hood good. We was eating steaks and lobsters, you dumb fucks. Because he threw some money at you? Because he threw some money at you. So that just goes to show you what you want. You want a whole time. So put that little stripper pole in the middle of the hood so y'all can go dance on the pole so he can throw you some fucking money. Y'all got to get smarter and start literally watching who's moving what and who's moving who.
Yeah, all the motherfuckers got to do is give a little crumbs out and motherfuckers is running. I've heard within the last 2 weeks about 4 different people say, well, at least when Trump was in it, we had them checks we was eating. Man, y'all motherfuckers is
Y'all niggas sound crazy.
Y'all crazy as hell, bro. Y'all. So if y'all was eating, he was good with y'all. Never mind. What's the next? That's it. That's the last one.
That's it. That's it. Literally, that's it. Y'all motherfuckers out here tripping. I wasn't even going to engage with that shit because I see behind the bullshit. I mean, no. How many times I come here like, yo, I know they be thinking some wild shit sometimes. I know they do. And we don't never go at their neck for it because they be coming crazy.
Nah, that's facts though. That's facts though. That's why you're right, because they just think that, y'all really think that, come on, man.
They like dumb as fuck. Okay.
I like that. Now that y'all did, y'all asked that question, I do. I like that.
And that's just the thing. I be chilling when it comes to this aspect of the shit. I be chilling. I really do. But I promise you, and I'm gonna say this is an open invite to anybody watching, listening, whatever the case may be. If you beg to differ, this is an open platform. You can bring it, and we'll bring every single receipt that we have. We ain't took an L yet against anybody who is there to say, "Hey, you're wrong." Haven't taken an L yet, and we ain't taking no L's no time soon.
And if you feel so, come through. If you feel so, the line open. DM us, and y'all know what it is. You can get 4 squares up in this circle.
Oh, man.
And like he said, I mean, that's on y'all. You know what I mean? But we not taking no L's, and that's 100. You know what I mean?
That's not what we do.
And like, you know what I mean? We not taking no L's. When it comes to, I look, man.
When it comes to the culture, when it comes to the people, when it comes to real information versus misinformation.
When it comes to information,
the truth for the reason. Okay? President's patch for a reason.
Yes, facts. Y'all don't understand. But I'm happy to.
That's it.
I'm happy that y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all giving the insight of what y'all thinking when y'all see us post that type of stuff. But that's good though, because now we have just awakened y'all to something. And it ain't about who the person is. It's about getting that message that we dropping on y'all. Get that message and go see what's going on. And then come back. So after this episode, after you got your answer, go do your research and studying, and then come back. You know what I'm saying? Come back.
If you want to talk, we can talk.
Yeah, facts.
And have a lovely conversation. If you want to bring guests, we can bring guests. Okay?
He said, forget a little crazy.
Whatever you want. How he said, people always say, "Oh, we want problems." I say, "No problem." Okay.
Word.
Because I ain't got no problem. I ain't got a problem with a problem. I like it.
Pretty good, right?
The truth over bullshit. Always.
Always. You know what I'm saying? Always. Y'all gonna learn it. Y'all gonna learn it. The shit that we drop.
That's all we got for tonight.
Shit we dropping, giving out.
That was good.
That's it. Yeah, what time is it, man? I gotta order some food or something.
Right.
Right. This is the Get Righteous podcast. Thanks for tuning in as always. We love the questions. You already know who it is, man. It's your boy, King Heru, the truth. Boy, you know, King Esposito. Peace, family. With a few kings, I give you all these queens too.